Yo, what's good up YouTube? KilBu here, and I know this is not usually the camera angle that I usually have, but I did move like some things around on my stream, and so I just figured, might as well try it. I think it looks good. I really do like the side profile and everything. But so today's video, I get a lot of questions about what keyboard I use and whether it's, I don't think I've gotten a lot of YouTube comments, but I know whenever I stream, I do get a lot of questions and concerns about the keyboard that I do use. And so I just figured might as well make a YouTube video out of it, and I can make that a command. If people are curious, they want a more in-depth explanation and kind of like getting a better look at it, I can just, link them this YouTube video. So let's just get into it. Alright, so this is the keyboard that I do use. It is the, it's called the Control CTRL, and it is a mass drop keyboard and everything. I literally love this keyboard more than anything. At first, I just really liked the pure aesthetics of it and how it looked and everything, and the fact that it had hot swappable switches. Speaking of switches, the switches that I do have in here, there are Cherry MX Browns, which beforehand, I think I had Cherry MX Reds on my Corsair K95 Platinum. That is also a phenomenal gaming keyboard, but this one, it's just, I do like how it's not the full-on 100%, where it has like the number pad on this side even more. So I think this is technically a 90 or a TKL. I'm not 100% sure. I honestly have not been paying attention to keyboards that much because I just have this one. But it has like this aluminum frame, which it just makes it feel like super sturdy and everything. And I'll plug it in here so we can change scenes and get a different view of it. I didn't clean it. It's a little bit dirty because whenever I do stream, I do eat. I do get some crumbs on there, and I can show you guys like the little keyboard coil as well. And this thing is just like aesthetically a chef's kiss. All right, so if we switch scenes over here, there's my mouse, just to kind of get a better look at it and everything. And you can see the RGB. I'm not sure if I mentioned it at the very beginning. Let me turn the light off here. Might help. Boom. Hey Siri, turn off my lights. There we go. So you can kind of see it a little bit better. So it has like this nice RGB strip all around the keyboard, as you can see, and I'm not letting it focus because I'm recording on a webcam, but that is super nice. And then of course, if I were to turn this light off, you can see it a little bit better as well. But it does have keyboard, and then I know you can control like what gradient or pathway you want it, but I just stick with this one. It's nice and simple. It's just like a nice little gradient that I really enjoy with the rainbow and just like the changing colors, and it also matches with the bar here as well. And it is just like beautifully and visually stunning, but with the switches, it's also just like really awesome. It's got a great tactile feel to it. Hey Siri, turn on my study scene, so we can kind of get back and get a little bit more light here eventually. Hey Siri, turn on my study scene. There we go. So I feel like that covers the main logistics of it, but I can show you here as well that you can take the switches out. So of course, you can remove any of these keycaps, and then you can see here that is the Cherry MX Brown switches, and then you get this little clip here, and then I'll turn it off just because and then you just go in there. Oops. Oh. Yep. And then so here you have your switch. Boom, bada bing, and you can just like remove all of them. And the cool thing about this is that you don't have to like, I'm just flicking these everywhere. Hold on, maybe move the mic arm a little bit so I can, yeah, there we go. So so the nice thing about it is that just like, if you're just like beginning into like getting keyboards and stuff, and you want to mess around with different switches, I think it is really awesome. So the fact that you don't have to resolder and desolder when you want to put more switches in there and everything, that was like really appealing to me as a consumer and everything. I have not gotten any new switches just because of the fact that I have been trying to not be too frivolous with my spending and everything, but definitely sometime in the near future I will get different switches and try those out. But going from the ones I had before to these, I definitely like the feel of these a lot better. So that's pretty much the keyboard again, and it has like a nice heavy weight to it. There's also these little things. I do have them clipped on my on my board, unfortunately. So I don't want to take this down, but there's like these little magnetic, not prongs necessarily, but keyboard feet that you can attach here or there. I mean, I never use it just because like I game with it flat like this. Holy cow, look at all that, look at all those food crumbs, dude. This is kind of disgusting, but hey, I'm just keeping it real, you know what I'm saying? And then so I always get a lot of compliments about my keyboard. Oh, and the cool thing about this, so it's USB-C, and then you have two connections or inputs for, you can either have it here or there, which I really like. So then we can turn it back in, I put it back in, get the RGB going. But yeah, so this keyboard coil, I really like. I got it from Mech Cables, and it took, I mean, there's always like really high demand for it and everything. But I mean, this thing is just like so cool, and you can customize everything from like the heatsink and everything from all these parts, you know, with this aviator connection. So right here I chose like black, and then I did yellow and black with a red paracord. No, that's not the word. A red, I'll think of it and I'll slap it somewhere in the video. But I mean, this thing serves no other purpose than just like pure aesthetics. With the aviator connection, of course, you know, you can like loosen it and everything, and then there you go. So I mean, you can get another one, just like get these parts, but then I mean, you could maybe just get a different color from here that might match it a little bit better. But I mean, I just think this thing is so cool, and just like the pure aesthetics that it provides is just beyond me. And then, you know, just like do one of those bad boys, make sure it's nice and snug. And then since I always kind of game like this, it's really nice. So I plug it in the top, have it chilling there, and then, you know, I'm also like that, the keyboard coil, because I used to have it here. That doesn't like, just like my mouse, I don't hate it with my mouse and everything. So I mean, it's really awesome, but it's just, you know, it's purely just aesthetics. You know, if I'm typing, I just have like the nice coil there and everything. And yeah, that's pretty much the keyboard that I use. So it's the again, the mass drop, or I don't know if they changed the name, but the control, CTRL, you know, so pretty much control without any of the vowels, with the Cherry MX round switches. But I did have the textured WASD keys still from, I don't know if you, a little bit, how they're a little bit different from my Corsair. Just because like sometimes when I game, it's just like nice to feel the texture, and you can get like different keycaps and everything. And I know in the future, I also do want to get different keycaps as well to kind of like match my my aviator connection cable a little bit more, so like the whole color scheme kind of matches more. And then of course getting like a different one as well that I can just like kind of change out and everything. But that pretty much does it. I don't know how in depth I really went. I just wanted to kind of make a video and go in a little bit more in depth, because sometimes if I'm playing Fortnite or Call of Duty, I don't really have time to, you know, switch to these scenes like here and then like tell everybody about, whoops, wrong scene, tell everybody about like the details and the nitty-gritty about this keyboard. But I mean, I absolutely love it. It's, I mean, I've only ever had technically 2 keyboards, and of course like other ones, and my brother had one that I used to, before I even switched to PC, I don't remember what it was, but it was also a mechanical keyboard. And then compared to like the Apple Butterfly keyboard switches and everything, I definitely am in love with this thing. And that's the keyboard that KilBu uses. So now you know. That's all I got for you, really. I mean, you can check this bad girl out in action, you know, any Monday, Wednesday, and potentially on the weekends over on twitch.tv/KilBu. That's all I got for you. Hope you enjoyed. Not the most exciting or overly entertaining video, but it's one video that I wanted to make, and hopefully maybe in the future I'll make a better one and kind of see where we're at if I get a new keyboard. That's the one I'm using for 2019 and probably in 2020. YouTube, like always, ich werde euch nächstes Mal.